Hi everybody, it's Cami, Blushing Foreigner. Hope you are doing well. Today I'm going to bring you a haul with an assortment of some goodies I picked up over the last few months during my travels. I think everything I bought here was not purchased in Denmark. It was either in the US or in Paris. I was there on business in late July, a few weeks before the wedding, and I got some goodies there. So, okay, I'll just get right into it. When I was home in California in July, I went to Sephora near the end of my trip, and the first thing I got was this Hourglass Primer. This is the Hydrating Primer. They have the other one, I can't remember the name of it, I think it's Mineral Veil or something, and that's very much a hero product in their line. A lot of people rave about that primer. I tried it, I actually bought it about a year ago, and it didn't work for me. I had to return it. It was way too drying for my dry skin. But I saw that they had a version made for dry skin. It's called number 28 Primer Serum Hydrating Anti-Aging. And it looks like that. I bought it and thought I'll give it a shot. If it doesn't work, I'll just return it. Sephora is so good about that. We are so lucky to have a forgiving return policy with them. But I really like it. It's a good primer. It is a weird texture. It looks like that on my hand. I would describe it as a combination of silicone meets oils. So it's got some essential oils and some hydration through the oils, but then it is a silicone feel as well. So they've struck a good balance of having a nice hydrating but silicone based primer. My philosophy with primers is if you can get away with not wearing it, don't wear it. I don't wear primers every day because there's some give and take involved with a primer. When you use it and you are over the age of 30, when you have pores that are a bit more noticeable, the more layers of product you put on your face, the more noticeable your makeup will look. And I just feel like that's a fact. So while a primer will give you longevity and your foundation will stay on longer, you're still gonna look like you're wearing more layers of makeup. So, and that maybe goes for any age, but it's certainly more prominent over the age of 30. So if you can get away with not doing it, if your skin is dry or normal and a foundation will last a good 8 to 10 hours without a primer underneath, just do that. But there are certain times when I just feel like I need a primer and I go for this. I don't use it every day, but I do enjoy it. So as far as primer goes, it is, you know, a bit inconspicuous. It's not like a heavy layer, but it does help my foundation stay on longer. So I'm happy with it. And actually a good test of a primer is if it can improve or uplift the performance of your foundation. And I used it yesterday with a foundation I'm not wild about. It's L'Oreal Lumimagique. I used this once in a video. I think it was my Lisa Eldridge knockoff video that was kind of disastrous but funny. And this is in the shade Rose Pearl. When I used this a few times, I didn't like it. I thought it was like a phony dry skin foundation, the kind where they infuse it with some luminescence and some like micro shimmer to make it look like it's for dry skin and adding a glow, but it's actually a sort of a drying formula. The same thing with Revlon Photo Ready. That was so drying on my skin. I did not like that foundation. But when I used this yesterday over this, it was a much better foundation. So I actually kind of liked it. So I think that's the mark of a good primer. Okay, next product I got, which was inspired by Kylie, Beauty and the Blonde 91, who raved about this NARS product. It's the Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, SPF 30. And I got it in the shade Finland, which is light one. I believe this is their lightest shade of the tinted moisturizer. And I don't really need a tinted moisturizer because I have so many and I haven't used them all up. And I have my Chantecaille, which I love. This Just Skin is an excellent tinted moisturizer. But I had to try this, and I'm still going through this and this at the same time. This is a fantastic tinted moisturizer, and I would dare to say it's actually very close to the Chantecaille, in my opinion. The effect of this is so similar. The look and the finish of both are luminous, are light, natural, forgiving to your pores, and the coverage of NARS is actually a little bit better than this. Some days I actually don't want too much coverage and then I'll go for this. And other days where I feel like I need a little bit of help, maybe my skin's a little red or pink and just feeling not so nice looking, I go for this. And it is probably just a micro hair less coverage than the NARS Sheer Glow. So it is a very nice tinted moisturizer. You feel like you're getting a good coverage out of this and not just, you know, moisture. So this is great. I highly recommend it. And if you're bummed that you can't buy this because this is so exorbitantly expensive, go for the still expensive option, but it's a little bit easier on the wallet. So that's good. I'm thrilled with that product. I got a sample of Bobbi Brown's perfume, Bobbi's Party. And I actually got this one in Denmark a few weeks before I got married, and I used it on my wedding day. Such a nice smell. I really love it. I don't know how to describe it. I have no clue. It's just pretty. It's a good smell. A little floral, but not over floral. A little fruity, not too fruity. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. So when I returned from the US to Denmark, I immediately left for a work trip to Paris. That's one of the perks of my job, is we get to go there sometimes. And we were actually doing a project at Colette, which is a really cool store. I had heard all about it, but I'd never been to Colette until this trip. I don't know how to describe Colette, but it's fashion, books, art, you know, Maison Margiela, and all of the coolest, hippest, most current trends they have at Colette. Not only that, they're like way ahead of the game, and they will bring the trends. They almost decide the global trends, in my opinion. They're just so cutting edge. They've done some joint ventures with other brands. I think Adidas, Stella McCartney. A lot of people want to work with Colette, but it was sort of a mom and pop shop many years ago, and now it's just the place to go in Paris. They have a small little beauty section called the Beauty Box, and that's where we were doing some projects. And they have RMS, which stands for Rosemary Swift, and this is a brand started by a makeup artist. I think she's American, don't quote me on that, and she does everything organic and natural. And I'd heard about this Living Luminizer about a year ago, but it was kind of hard to get. I saw it when I was in New York, and they were out at the store. They had a sample tester, but they didn't have the actual product. So when I saw it at Colette, I immediately bought it, and it looks like that. Someone else mentioned that the texture of this is very similar to the illuminator that you get in the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate. And it's a very nice, oily, not oily, it's just, it just dissolves right away. And it's very, very smooth, almost like a lip balm in terms of smoothness. It's gonna be hard to see, but it's just extremely natural. I think I put it right here. And it's a beautiful illuminator, and I've been using this quite a bit. The only problem is my nails are long and they keep jamming in there. It's kind of hard to get the product out, but I enjoy this. I think it's a really good luminizer. And then I also bought, it's called Lip to Cheek by RMS, and this is a blush as well as a lip product, and it's very similar, I think, in texture to the Pot Rouge by Bobbi Brown. I have a few of those. I love those. This is a nice product. I think I prefer the luminizer more. This one it's a very nice blush, and I think it works well. It's just that same sort of peachy coral color I get so often. I'll show you what it looks like. It's very natural, which I like. It's a sheer wash of blush, and then you can just blend it out, and it's pretty hard to mess it up. With these cream blushers, I try and set them with powder because I notice they just don't last very long. Although when you add another layer of powder, you're gonna have that effect where it actually looks like, whoosh, boy, does she have on makeup, which I'm not always looking to have. But this is a good product as well. I'm enjoying it. And then two more products and we are out of here. And so this is the Guerlain Rouge Automatique 143, and I think it's called Nahema. And it's this really cool garage door lipstick. I just love the packaging. Part of my job is to be current on packaging, and we do product development and things like that at my workplace. And I have so many lipsticks, and I'm always coming in and showing some of the art directors, look at the packaging on this. We don't work in cosmetics, but I think this is a sign of like really good innovation in their lipstick product development. And it's just like a garage door, so it's sliding down like this. It's so cool. And the lipstick, I'm happy to say, is very good. It is a bright coral. It's perhaps at first glance to some people it may look a bit red, but it's very pink as well. And there it is. That big gob of lipstick right there. I really love this color. It's a summery color, and I got it, you know, toward the end of summer, the end of July. It's a good one, good formula. I recommend it actually. Last product is something I got at Sephora in the US. It's Smashbox Limitless Longwear Lip Gloss SPF 15. All it says here is Limitless, so I think that's actually the color name and the product name. So this is a long-wearing lip gloss, and I'm wearing it right now. I'll put it next to the Guerlain. It is a peachy coral with gold flecks. No, it's not a coral, excuse me. It's a peachy pink with gold flecks in it, and it's a really beautiful color actually. I was gonna wear this for the wedding, but I opted to do a different shade and to use a Dior color. But I actually think this is good. It does have a sticky feel, which makes it long wearing. So if you don't like sticky lip glosses, this isn't the one for you. But it's good. Sorry, my phone is showing me that there's a text message. I will quickly get out of here, go run some errands. I hope everyone is doing well. Thanks for all your sweet comments on my last several videos. I ended up doing a 3-part wedding series, but I really appreciated all of the nice words and comments, and I read everything. I tried to reply to as many as I could. Thank you. You really, really blew me away and touched my heart. So take care. Bye.